What were your thoughts on the how the relationship was presented with Rocky and Grace? Obviously, we talked about how their initial meeting, but like that whole
Mhm.
thing. Was there any other points you had on
I
that
mean,
relationship?
the we spend a lot of time with them. So like so when, Rocky makes that sacrifice and he breaks out of his protective box or whatever it is to save
Mhm.
him, we really care about it. And he's like, I thought he died. And I
Yeah,
was
no,
like,
same.
no, we can't, Rocky, no, man. So like I
Yeah.
really, really cared about him. And I think what really drives that home, like the emotion and us caring about Rocky, is we watched their relationship start from nothing. So like when they're going through like voices, Rocky's picking his voice, it's great.
Yeah.
When they're like dancing together and they're mimicking each other's motions, and he's making fun of him for like making bad dioramas or like bad, like the
Yeah.
pictures and stuff. It's just, they're so great together, and we see so much of it, and they really make it feel earned. That's why I mentioned like a little predictable, but earned, in the fact that like, okay, they are figuring out how to communicate, and they're figuring out why each other is here, and they're figuring out things about each other. He's learning about Earth, and he's learning about like Rocky and his planet and his mate. So like we just learned so much about him. They learn so much about each other. Their dynamic is so great. I loved it.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. I think that earned is a great word that you use there because I one of the things I liked about it was that slow build and like the slow learning curve. Like it didn't just because they tried to make it as realistic as possible. It's like we're meeting this other species for the first time. We don't know the language, so we got to do this. We're gonna. Well, I mean, technically, you wrote a fictional story, so you could just be like, "Oh, I actually do speak English. I speak 100 languages," and then just move on from
I mean,
there.
he
But
he understands English.
yeah, I guess that's true. It's just yeah,
I
he
kind of
can't.
hate that in movies where they're like, "Yeah, I can hear you, but you just can't understand me." I'm like, "Well, that doesn't make any sense." But
Yeah, I
whatever.
know. But I do agree though, like to your point though, I do like how we kind of got that learning curve and how they're like the relationship like evolved. Like it started off as like, okay, buddy buddy, and then as he got more um as they learned more each other's language and we got the whole voice aspect for Rocky, he kind of started to annoy him a little bit, and then he started to become a little overbearing. And it's like okay, now I'm doing this talking, he can hear me. He's like, who are you
Yeah.
talking to? Like, what is that? It's just like, oh my gosh. It's like, can
Yeah.
you hear me now? Like whispering. He's like, I can still
Yeah.
hear you. And it's
I
just
can still
like,
hear
oh
you.
my god.
Yeah, I can
It's like
hear
I can't
you.
get away from this guy. Like he's literally around the corner and he's still like, even yeah, that stuff was great.
Yeah, 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 100%. Yeah, him and Rocky. I mean, that's what the movie is trying to do. That's why, like, there were some beats that I thought could have been done better, but those weren't really the main portions of the movie. What the movie is mostly trying to do is sell this relationship, and it 100% nails that. So, like, am I gonna? Sure, I can like point out the things that I didn't like, but overall, the experience was so good because what this movie ultimately is and what it's trying to do, it absolutely succeeds in. Like Rocky and Grace is the heart of this movie, and it's perfect.
Yeah, and it really it's great for a couple reasons too, because it's like it's this mix of a lot with the relationship. Like I don't know. At first, you're like, is this like you're just like, oh, these are two space guys, like they're two equals, and then it almost feels like, wait, is this like a father son kind of relationship? Is this like a man and dog type relationship? Because it feels kind of like dog like, but he's also he's more intelligent than him. But then
Hmm.
he acts kind of childlike. And I'm like, is Rocky a child? Like he said he's like 100, but like, is that young in his world? Like, is he a child? Is he immature? Like, so it's like it's interesting dynamic in that where you're trying to just like place what the dynamic here is. Obviously, it seems like Rocky's more the superior, but he also feels so childlike. So that's like the fun aspect of it too that I enjoy.
Yeah, it totally fits the tone of the whole movie because Grace is kind of like that too, right? Like
Yeah.
he's really smart. He's the one that figures out that about the leak in Rocky's ship, and they're working together. So I I don't even know if I would say that Rocky is smarter than him necessarily.
Mm.
I think they're both pretty equal.
Yeah, I guess that's true. I guess I just say Rocky's more advanced, like his tech is
Yeah.
more
Yeah.
advanced. Like what he's able to do is more advanced. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I agree with you there. Like even just the fact that he's like, what xenon? But xenon's a gas. Like that's just impossible, right? So the fact that he can just build like the 5 kilometer chain out of nothing, like 100%. Yeah, I agree. Rocky's more advanced, but I think the whole like they're both advanced and childish. They both have both
Yeah.
of those things. Like Grace is, cracking jokes, like you said. The whole just tone of him, like, can you still hear me? Yes. No, go away. Like if he was more serious, he'd be like, he just I don't know, it just wouldn't be like that, right? Whereas
Yeah.
Rocky, he makes the ball and he's just like going around the ship. He's like, oh, what do you have over here? What do you have over there? And like that stuff is so fun. And then Grace is the same thing when he gets on the ship. He's like, wait, this is what you have along here? And then at the start of the movie, when he throws the thing at him, he's like, oh wait, I didn't catch it. That was a little too fast, man. Come on, help me out. So like they're both doing both of those things. So that's why I think it works so well.
Yeah, no, it's true. And the interesting thing about Rocky is also that like he's faceless. Like that's such
Mm.
a hard thing in itself too, to make us care about something that has no face, that doesn't look like anything we've really seen before. Like they made us care about like a rock with legs. Like that's a tough feat, but they managed to do it, which is again I find impressive in itself.
Yeah, a big part of that I think is dialogue, obviously, because that's something that you can do that we understand. Like we speak English,
Yeah.
and that's how we communicate. Obviously, he as an alien, they communicate totally different. Like you said, you can't invoke emotion from his face. I think body language, they do that a little bit well. Like, he can kind of sink a little bit when he's sad and get a little perky and energetic when he's happy. But I think the dialogue, like even just the charm of it is what makes us feel for him. Like the way he says like Grace ready to go question. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, or Grace ready to go statement, like something like that is just like, oh, that's so great. You know what I mean? Like in
Yeah.
his language, we could imagine you say the thing and then you say if you're telling them that or asking them that. And that's just
Yeah.
such a great little thing that we're like, oh, I love this guy.
Yeah. Yeah, it just it comes off as just cute. It's just like, oh, this guy doesn't know how to
Basically, yeah.
speak English. He's just learning. So that's why that's why I say it comes off childlike too, where it's just like, oh, he's just a kid. But then he says he's like 100 and something, which again, I'm like, I don't know if that is old or if that's young in his world. We don't really know. Maybe that gets further said in the book or not. But
Yeah. Yeah, maybe. But we would see it as childish because the things that we find obvious, like a kid would know how to ask a question,
yeah,
whereas an alien is basically in the same shoes as a kid. Like he started learning English like a couple months ago or whatever, right?
yeah,
So like we feel like he's childish because he just doesn't understand human dynamics. So if you took the smartest human and threw them in an alien planet, they'd probably be doing the same things. Like as they're learning what like the culture of this alien species is, right? They'd be doing things. They'd be like, no, a kid here would know to do that. You don't know
yeah,
how to do that because you're just learning it. So it feels childish.
yeah. No, that's true.